mine, but I'm going to start anyway because this is for somebody else. We're going to test some salon shears first. So the first thing I do when I get them is I make sure they're good and clean, or fairly clean anyway. So I take them, spray them real good with alcohol. I want to make sure they're good and clean. I can tell right now they're fairly loose. That's about right. That's where they should be. And then the first thing I'm going to do is a dry tissue test. Let's see if we can get up here and do that. Let's see if I can turn this a little bit here like that and keep our everything straight. Everything is not straight. That's the problem here. There we go. My mount's not secured very well, so luckily there's nobody watching. Vinny. So we're going to do a dry tissue test first. And you can see it's not cutting very well. See how that's not cutting all the way through. So there's no reason to do a wet tissue test because it's not cutting clean, not cutting clean at all. So what we'll do next is the hair test. And I'm not sure why my light is on this thing. I'm going to turn that off. Let's see. Nope, that didn't do it, did it? There we go. The light's off now. So we're going to cut some hair, test some hair next. There we go. So we know it won't cut dry tissue paper. If it won't cut dry tissue paper, it's not going to cut wet tissue paper. So here's our real human hair. First thing I want to test is the tips, and it's pushing. Can you see it push that hair? Let's see if I can get the camera to, there we go. Won't focus in real well, will it? So it's not, it's pushing hair at the tip, and that will irritate the stylist. So let's try it in the middle. Pushing hair in the, oh, look at this folding hair right there. So that's where they're real dull. Right there. So we got to sharpen them. So that's what we're going to do. So the first step in sharpening them is to disassemble them. 30 people watching. Hey, hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little channel out. It'll help the algorithm out. I'm going to sharpen a pair of salon shears, and also got a couple pairs of dog grooming shears. I may do those also. So these have been sharpened before. They've been camfered. They're pretty worn. It's got rod lines. So we got all the parts out. I got them all. All the parts are soaking in alcohol. This is rubbing alcohol. So we're just going to set those aside. Going to do a little view of them. I don't know if you can see it or not in the camera, but you can see the damage on the ride line right in here. It's not too bad back here. That's not good, Gobo Show. Well, these are not sewing scissors. These are salon shears. These are for cutting hair, but I understand your pain having them cut paper with your good sewing scissors. That's a no-no. So there's a little damage right there. All right, so we know they don't cut, so we got to do some work on them. Now, some sharpeners go straight to the flat hone and start grinding. I don't like to do that. I like to work the ride line first. I want to get some of this damage on the ride line fixed before I go to the flat hone, and I will come back to these stones at the end. So I do it a little different than some people, a little more work. So this is a 1000 grit Sharpen ceramic stone. going to work it a little bit, see if we can clear up some of that ride line. And just like that, we got some of that damage. You don't see the little damage anymore. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to damage them, and sometimes it doesn't take much to fix them. $195 people watching. I hope more people hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little channel out. A little bit of damage right there, and there's still some at the tip. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't check the set. So we're going to do that here in a minute. We're supposed to have done that first. All right, let's go ahead and check that set. And here's our fancy little light box from Hamagura, USA. And a pair of salon shears will have a little arc to them. And it's touching at the tip and it's touching at the pivot point. And that looks good too. Electrician scissors. Yeah, I have done a few of those, actually. They're not that hard to sharpen if you have the right tool. But yeah, I have sharpened some of them. Not many of them. But every once in a while, somebody will say, hey, can you sharpen those? And I can. So check out you can mail them to me. I charge $10 a pair for those type of scissors. Check out my website. You can contact me through there. You can mail them to me. If you got several pairs that are dull, send them to me. I'll sharpen them for you and mail them back to you. All right, a little bit more. It is freaking hot here in Texas today. It is 94 degrees in my shop with all those fans running. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's see this other one. I think this, well, I see a couple of little things right here and there. I'm just trying to get a nice even ride line with no refractions of light where it's been damaged. Looks pretty good, maybe a little at the tip. That looks real good. All right. So we've checked the set. We've made the ride line look pretty good. Now we need to do our marker, do our scratch test, find the angle. And these things have been sharpened to death. I can tell they've been sharpened multiple times, but that's all right. We'll get them cutting real good, get some more life out of them. Save the stylist some money so they can work. All right, I got to turn the dust collection system on. More noise for you to hear. Hey, everybody hit that thumbs up button. If you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business out. The dog is laying right at my feet. She could be inside where it's cool, but she's out here laying next to me. Only if zombies need their hair cut. So I did a scratch test. That's 55 degrees and that's way off. So we're going to jump up to 45 degrees. Try that. There's still a little bit more, so we're going to go to about 35. And I think that's what these are pretty worn. There we go. We got the right angle. Wow. I feel a burr all across the whole blade, but I need a little bit more material taken off. A little bit more at the tip. Colin, did you just go to my website? I just saw a text come across my screen. Can't view it, but it looked like somebody just went to my website. All right, we're going to convex now. I'll return your message this evening. If you left a message on the site. looks good. Now we can go to the next blade. I should have changed out my abrasives prior to starting this. Wow, I need to take off a little bit more material on this one. There we go. Sometimes you got to get aggressive. $204 people watching. Hope you hit that thumbs up button. Helps our little business down here in Texas grow. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears. These are salon shears. We also sharpen clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. SoCom, what's up, buddy? Appreciate the 3 thumbs up, as always, and your support. You're always supportive of my channel. It is appreciated. That looks pretty good. Ha! I've got some clipper blades to do. I probably won't do them tonight. I got to pack my truck for the farmer's market tomorrow. But I thought I'd do a couple pairs of shears. I got 2 pairs of dog shears to do too. These are salon shears. Mark, that's what's called convexing. I put a beveled edge on it first. And these are beveled edge salon shears, meaning the edge is not beveled on this side. It slopes down to the cutting edge like an airplane wing. So you have to be able to turn that in that clamp to be able to get that, grind that bevel out and polish that edge. Sewing scissors would have a bevel. I don't do that with sewing scissors, and I don't use this machine. You can check out my YouTube channel. There's a whole section on sharpening beveled edge scissors. There is so much of a difference between salon shears and dog shears. Yeah, it's hot all over Texas, man, I'll tell you. At least in the panhandle, you guys don't have that humidity. It is super humid today. But it's August in Texas, so what are we going to do? It's hot all over. All right, so I like to go back to the 1000 stone after putting a new edge on the with the flat hone. I've thought about that. I was thinking of Toad Suck, Arkansas. Looks pretty good. Got a little something right there, and right there. Yeah, 95 is a little hot for the house. All right, that looks great. All right, so I got that one. Let's go to the next shear, sorry, blade. I think we have a cold front coming in December. That's just right around the corner, right? Get him! All right, that looks good. German Shepherd Boxer mix. So this is the 6,000 stone. That looks good. That looks good. not going to move the camera, but I'm going to go back to the... That's a bummer, Mark, and I'll tell you, I'm kind of disappointed in the AMK 76. I'm not going to talk about it on here, but if you'll go to my website, my telephone number's on there, text me, and then I'll tell you why. All right, I think we got them going. Okay, so somebody's saying something. I have a bag of scissors that were my grandmother's. Well, if it's your grandmother's, they're probably super quality. That's the good thing about those older scissors compared to nowadays. Some of the scissors they buy brand new don't cut. And the sewing ladies get very frustrated. All right, so let's try them. Let's put them back together. Feel pretty good. All right, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I guess I will. Hang on. Let's move the camera so you can see the tissue paper. All right, we did a dry tissue paper test to start. So here's the dry tissue paper. And if you were at the beginning, or if you're watching this video after the fact, you know that they wouldn't cut dry tissue. Now it's like, great. No, not great. That's pretty good. Let's see if it'll do wet. I got the fans blowing in here. Oh yeah. That's really cutting good. Okay, so we know we got a crisp edge, but that doesn't mean anything. We want it to cut hair, and so that's what we're going to test next. So we get out our hair. The fans are blowing everything. So we want to test the hair like we did before. Tip first. Oh yeah. So it's not pushing the hair like it was before. It's cutting the hair crisp. Make sure it cuts in the middle, and it is. Make sure it cuts at the back, and it is. So the stylist will be really happy. They care about those tips cutting, and cutting clean and straight. And those are cutting clean and straight. So do our final adjustment on them. We don't want them to slam closed. There we go. Find our lubricant. Make sure they're good and lubricated. Clean them. And those are ready to go back to the stylist. Y'all want to do some dog grooming shears next? Let's do those next. So we got a couple of dog grooming shears. Those aren't cutting too bad. So we're going to test them on some fur. Alright, cut back here. Right there. Right there at the tip. That's not cutting bad. I probably would have left these alone, but she wants them sharpened and maybe catching there at the tip. Let's try rabbit fur. That'll tell us a lot too. Well, it kind of folds the rabbit fur. So if she's doing a really fine job around the dog's face, I could see that she could get irritated. Alright, so we know those need a little work. Here are the curved ones. Oh, those are terrible. But I don't think these are super quality anyway. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Alright, so let's sharpen them. Let's do these first. I like to clean them first. These have never been sharpened before. Alright, where's my tool? Yeah, we'll use this one. See if this one will work. And it will. Now these are beveled edge, so it's a pretty quick sharpening. We don't have to convex them. A little bit more forgiving. I am going to check the set, just to be sure. Looks good. Looks good. Now, I'm going to work a little bit of the... I don't think it needs much. I think that's good. I need to fill my water bottle up. That looks good. I didn't think it was going to take much. Now these are dog grooming shears, so I'm not going to polish the edge. I'm going to stop at 1,000. Going to do a real run over of the light pass on the polishing pad, and that's it. That one's good. Well, if you just tuned in, I hope everybody hits that thumbs up button, and if you are so inclined, subscribe to our channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We do mail-in sharpening. I get 1 or 2 calls a week from people who find us on YouTube. And I can't prove it, but I believe that the YouTube channel helps out with the our Google business page and the search engine optimization. I like to take a little piece of leather and gently remove that burr. Well, thanks, Chad. No, there's so many different kinds of dogs. Some are real fine fur, some is thick and more aggressive or more coarse fur. And if you over polish a dog grooming shear, it will fold the hair, the fur. And so you kind of got to get that middle ground where it doesn't fold certain dogs' fur. And just historically speaking, if I've polished a dog grooming shear too much, the groomer will call me back and say, it's folding fur, it's folding fur. And that tells me I over polished. And she'll bring them back to me, and I'll stop at like 1,000 grit, give them back to her. She goes, cutting great. So my tendency is to keep them a little toothy, I guess is the best word to say, a little toothy edge on them for the dog grooming shears. And there's some human shears I do that for, but we're not going to discuss that. Certain human barbers and hair cutting, I mean, there's different types of hair in humans too. If I know a guy, if somebody cuts 100% men's hair, I'll leave those a little toothier. If they're 100% in a stylist, they're cutting women's hair, that's a more polished edge. But all of these people will tell you if your shears aren't cutting well, and then you just got to figure it out. That looks good. That looks good. On Do Not Disturb. That's why he's calling in. So the video goes blank, just hang tight. That means somebody is leaving a voicemail message. That looks good. Yep. That looks good. See a little shadow right there. That looks good. All right, let's put them back together and test them. I got one other pair to do, but I'm going to have to go figure out. Somebody's texting me. They didn't leave a message, but they've texted twice, so I'm going to have to shut the camera down and go see what's going on. Appreciate everybody watching. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Hope you tune in again while I'm sharpening live. I enjoy chatting back and forth with everyone. Feels like it's cutting real good. Let's try it. The tip was where it was kind of catching. Now it's not. I don't feel that catch anymore. Oh yeah, that's just wonderful. Let's try the rabbit fur. Make sure it's cutting down there. Yeah. I think she'll be happy with that. All right, folks. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have a great evening wherever you're at. Cheers from Texas. Take care.